now because hello YouTube. It's interesting. Okay. As I mentioned, I did just a little bit, the tiniest bit of training over the last week because, well, we are fairly strong and I don't really need the training at the moment. So just kept it fairly easy, and I did my homework and started a new run of Hacker's Memory because I haven't played through it. Wow. I haven't played through it yet, but this will change eventually. I did also digivolve our Armadillomon and our Gilmon, just to prepare the Examon later, and I also built myself a Renamon, which eventually will become a Cubimon, which eventually will become a good Digimon I need later on. Let's keep it like that. Well, nothing really happened there. We are on a good way to get our Mastemon ready. And well, with that I mean we are pretty far away because we need an ability of 80. And we currently have an ability of 16, which is almost non-existent, so we will have to de-digivolve our Digimon a little bit, but not yet. We will wait a little longer, just to reduce the number of de-digivolutions we have to do later on. Our Systemon, on the other hand, can become now a Systemon Ciel, and I think I am going to do this for showing purposes. Yes. We will eventually digivolve her back into the Blanc, or Blank, or whatever language you prefer. Just because we need the cam. We are pretty far away from a Systemon Ciel Awakened. And also Systemon Blanc Awakened, so, well, let's keep her like that. Our Waspmon could also digivolve, but I want to wait a level further because ability, of course. And also, of course, fought with our gold Numemon, as you have seen before. So that I can get a little bit more money out of the training sessions. And I want to reduce the fights with Numemon just for off-screen sessions because it's horrible. Nobody wants to see a fight with a Numemon. But the effect when they do fight is incredibly strong. I said I wanted to do those, but well, they can wait. On the way for new clothes, as I said last week I want to buy new clothes, I stumbled across a main quest. So let's have a look. It's from Matayoshi, the old man. An invisible slasher. An interesting quest. An interesting quest. Let's have a look see. There has been a string of some real oddball incidents lately out in Shinjuku. Cars, trees, building exteriors, they're all getting sliced up. And with clean cuts. Too, like someone took a real sharp knife to them. Thankfully nobody has actually gotten hurt by this so far. Right now it's just a case of trying to curb vandalism we're dealing with here. But it's heavy duty stuff getting damaged here. Imagine if people start getting targeted somewhere as dense as Shinjuku. Be a real problem. As long as we don't know who's behind this, we can't predict what will happen next. The police can hardly be bothered to get off their... Yes, of course. Of course, the police doesn't do anything in this game. Like, this'll help us. It's after the last incident. I see. where this is going. Alright, we'll check it out for you. Of course, because the police doesn't do shit. But well. I've politely borrowed access to a security cam in Shinjuku so we can check out what's been recorded. I don't see anything, and I damn well don't hear anything right now either. Doesn't look like I can find any of the actual crime scenes, though I'd wager that you've already checked out as much of yourself. There's really nothing left in there, huh? Oh god. I just found something interesting. Here's my trusty assistant. Of course, I am doing stuff because nobody else does anything in this game. Here's my trusty assistant, yeah. Oh, it's me. It's me grabbing the quest. Feels so nice. Yeah, it's a nice shirt. Wait, what was that flash of light just now? It's censorship. Censorship. Nobody can see my panties. Nobody. We just might have a real-life Kamaitachi on our hands. You've probably heard about them before from folk tales, right? Kamaitachi are weasel spirits with claws as sharp as a sickle. Sounds like a Pokemon to me. To hear the stories tell it, they attack people by appearing inside a sudden whirlwind, cutting their victim's skin sharply in its wake. Sounds like a Pokemon, a Pokédex entry. What probably really happens is that when people's skin gets really dry, it can get cut up by small rocks blowing in the wind. Or so we thought. Never happened to me before, so I don't really know. But well, might be true. Looking at this footage, I think it's safe to say that's no ordinary gust of wind. Knowing that there well could be an actual Kamaitachi on the loose in Shinjuku. Harum! Harum! Putting fairy tales aside for them. Putting fairy tales, so sorry for my female voice right now. What we do know is that light reflected off something. Maybe the wind somehow, or a blade. Or maybe something else entirely, who knows. But that light definitely skimmed really close to your head, there in the footage. If you hadn't felt anything ominous back there, we might have seen your head pop off your shoulders. Thanks for the nice words, Kyoko, I love you too! Better stay sharp. Ha! You can only stay lucky for so long, you know? Ha ha! But well, I am an anime protagonist, so I'm pretty sure I will be fine. I'm pretty sure I will be fine. Head back to Shinjuku and investigate the surrounding area. The old man and I will stay here to analyze the footage some more. Of course, you're doing nothing. Of course. Just leave me alone. With persons who can slice my head. What do you call a mind control Digimon with dark red eyes? It's my girl. It's my girl. I do know this. I do know this. Okay. We need to head back to Shinjuku. Ah, beautiful. What? You know, I played Hacker's Memory earlier the day and also the whole week over. And Hacker's Memory, I'm a little bit further in the future right now, and I love this piece. It's such a peaceful environment right now. Ah, hopefully the world will never come to an end. There's a thin line coursing through here that looks like a burn mark. A burn mark? You found a burnt spot, you say? Anything else of note you found here? Oh, I remember. I remember what's causing this. It's nice. What's wrong? Something feel off again? A flash of sunlight reflected off a window and blinded you? It's a laser! A laser! Looks like you froze Kill for the time being. Oh wait, there she goes. She's moving again. Guess she's looking something up. Well, she does have brain lags from time to time, but, well, we can excuse her behavior, I think. When she's like this, she's lost in her own world. No point trying to talk with her. Looks like she'll be at it for a while. But don't grope her. Please don't. No. I hate ordering you around since you don't work for me. Well, I am the only person working, so... But would you mind looking around for more clues? Yes. As I am the only person working. There's another one of those burn marks in the sidewalk here. What could this be? Maybe the Metal Gear. I feel it. That murderous intent again. It's that chill, the same as one before. That ominous feeling is back. It's that chill. Oh. I like how our main character just looks straight into the player's eyes. The chick's up, I know your trick now. Hey, it's me. I figured out what's going on. The culprit, whoever they are, is using reflections to their advantage. Have you ever heard of the walkie-talkie building? No. It's a super tall skyscraper in London. That was at the center of a really bizarre incident. Basically, there were cars parked nearby it that mysteriously had parts of them melted and warped. The cause of... I like that the slicing noises are still in the background. So, well, while you are listening to your sweetheart Kyoko, you're still dodging the attack. So, you are pretty good anime protagonist, I would say. The paints were installed in such a way that reflected the sunbeam potent enough to damage the cars. In this instance, though, we are not dealing with sun rays. It's not a laser. Well, it is a laser. Judging from the flash of light and those burn marks you found, we're probably dealing with lasers. I'm firing my laser guns. But this isn't your ordinary laser pointer we're talking about. Only weapons-grade lasers could leave such a deep burns. The question is how someone managed to set them up all around Shinjuku and fire them off without people spotting them. There hasn't been any big power surge in the area yet. Could there be batteries? No, wait. Digital wave readings are fluctuating weirdly. Don't tell me they're using the digital waves as a substitute for microwaves in an impromptu maser. Oh yeah. She does know her physics. If that's the case, then hey, think you can trust in my dedications and your good lucks to pull us through? Well, I am dodging like a king. Of course, because I am an enemy protagonist. Like I'd ever doubt your judgment, my queen. I like that attitude. Then here's the deal. The culprit is aiming that laser at you using every reflective surface in the area. We're going to use that to our advantage. The fact that the laser is bouncing, jiggly physics, around towards you means we can trace it back to its origin point. To do that, you need to get in the line of fire. You have to time it well, or else you'll get a hole burned right through your skull. Easy job, easy job. What could go wrong? Do you get what I'm asking you? As soon as that laser's got you, I want you to connect jump into it and dive inside. So you want me to head dive into a laser which could, not even potentially, but can kill me if it touches me. Oh, sure. I mean, it's not Kyoko's life at risk right now, so sure. This is actually a type of digital wave, and you want me to dive head first into a laser. If it is, if it is, you won't die. But I might be wrong too. You could just die. Gosh. Well, I am an anime protagonist, so of course it works. It's Digimon. Oh, interesting. But well, whatever. Ooh, a bird, Ramon. It's a bird. I'm a bird. Okay. For my plans for the future. Well, I thought a little bit about which Digimon might be useful and how to train them and when to train them. And I thought for this week I'm still fine. But maybe for the next week I will de-Digivolve our Lady Devimon and our Angewomon back and train them up again, just to train the ability a little bit. I don't want to go crazy overboard, so I don't want to raise the ability up to 200, because this is just obnoxious. So I don't know if I find time to train those up to 80 ability. It depends on how far we come today, or we will get today, because I need a more fruitful training ground. I need a fruitful training ground. Fruitful. Because training is just... furthermore, I need the Akurisarimon, or just any typeless Digimon of champion level or higher, just to speeden up or to fasten up the training. Because you are rather fast when you don't need to move between the fights. And the next thing which would be interesting, or well convenient, would be a Platinum Numemon. But for the Platinum Numemon we are ever so slightly kinda 30 levels off, which is horrible. Not that good that we are that far away from our XP guy. I don't know, do we have a Tactician USB? Do we have one of those? No, we don't. Which is sad. There is a Tactician USB, which also gives you more XP per battle, which is convenient. It is convenient. Training without any well booster is horrible. But well, what to do, what to leave, what to do. But well, these are my plans and my thoughts for our Digimon. It all depends where we end today. So we have... It would be ideal, it would be great if we could get access to Kowloon 5. Kowloon 5 is rather good training ground. But for this we need to, well, work our way around the main story a little bit more. Kowloon 5 is not that difficult to train. There are mostly dark types and virus Digimon around. So with an Angewomon or anything alike, training in Kowloon 5 is incredibly easy. And with let's say 3 or even 2 Platinum Numemon, you get around 8,000 XP per fight, per battle, which is incredible. So we should try to get 2 Platinum Numemon ready. But those need training beyond goodwill, because they digivolve at level 65 or even 75, I don't know exactly right now, but well, it's much higher than our Digimon are right now, which is problematic. But well, whatever. We will see what the future brings, because the main quests are quite beneficial for our growth as well, because all these bosses like that one, they bring good XP. I cannot save. Sad. Tankman. Beautiful. It's an optical weapon, Tankman. Who are you? How did you find me here? I am some army goon trying to take me back. No, but you are one of my Digimon in Hacker's memory. I was developed and trained to be a weapon capable of attacking the real world directly from cyberspace, which is great. This is such a cool idea. But I hated it. I hated being worthless to them for any other purpose aside from that. And I hate anybody in the army who just tries to treat me like a weapon, so I ran away. Well, I am, yes, what am I? I'm a slave. I'm a simp. You're wondering why I was attacking the city? But I was just practicing my techniques over the network to find something else I could do. That's all. Those are my lasers who were shooting out into the real world without me even realizing it. Sorry about that. Try all I might. Well, it did seem like you purposefully aimed at me. But well, sure, I don't mind. Try all I might, no matter how much I run away. I really am just a mean old weapon in the end. Yes, you tried to kill me. I'm wrong? No. Because if I was really a weapon, there would have been casualties. Almost. Hey, you're really some... Oh no. Hey, are you okay? You look right and so relieved to see you again. If something had happened to you, it would have made me look really terrible as a detective. Just almost like our military. So I'm glad to see you're okay. Detective? I knew it, you lied to me, you dirty liar! You really are a government dog. I'll make you pay for this, you two-faced biatch! If you're so desperate to make me a weapon again, then I'll give you what you want and then some. Take this. He's a virus type, so no, it's data type. Interesting, I forgot it. Yes, in Hacker's memory. And this is also the route we will take later when we will stream Hacker's Memory. Which is... just use a capsule. The Tankmon can eventually become a Machine Dramon. And the Machine Dramon is one of my most favorite Digimon. And I also, well, have it in Hacker's memory right at the moment. I even digivolved it into a Chaos Dramon, which is rather strong, but lacks SP, so he can use its attacks only twice, or 3 times, which is sad. But well, Chaos Dramon is incredibly strong. Okay, and we did it. Easy cheesy. That's enough. And that's also the reason why I didn't train more. Because we are fairly strong for the moment, for the time being. More than a weapon to be fired off. I know that after fighting you... after fighting you, I know that I'm not good at fighting. Yeah, that's the life I have to lead. Then I wish I'd never been created. And we killed it. We literally killed it. I mean, it's a Digimon, that means it will be reborn. So, well, it makes a little bit lighter the situation. It's lightening up the situation. But, well. So it was a program Digimon made by a foreign military. I'm sorry I interrupted your conversation. You are the reason it died! You killed it! Because I gummed up the works real bad right when you'd won him over. Yes! You did! You know how cool a Tankmon is? Still, at least it put a stop to things. Gosh darn it. It really did. Now it's become a serious situation. Well, we did attack foreign technology, which... would this technology been made in America, then, well, we would have war by now. I mean, not only did you find a top secret military weapon, you also, well, killed it. Huh? If you're not careful here, this could turn into an international incident that even threatens our security treaty with that country. Just when Japan finally got them to move their bases too, the deal could vanish into thin air because of this. Well, it's not my fault, old man. Old man. The future is now, so step aside. But don't think any of this is your fault. No, it isn't! Even if it will lead to World War III taking place, you shouldn't feel guilty. Why should I? It's the old man's fault! And he's just laughing at us. I really am serious, when am I not? Yeah. Anyway, Lady Luck must really take a shine to you. To tell you the truth, there was actually one other thing that Flash of Light could have done. See, if it hadn't been a normal mazer, but instead a phonon mazer, you wouldn't be standing here talking. That's right. I told you it could kill us. I detected fluctuation in attitude waves, which made me immediately determine that they were functioning as a mazer substitute. However, there was also the possibility that instead of microwaves being substituted, that it could have been ultrasonic waves. Yeah, rather than rely on photons, phonon masers, like the name implies, rely on amplified phonons, which makes their properties fundamentally different. It's true, she does know her physics. If you'd been facing a phonon maser back there, you probably wouldn't have been able to use it like a normal network line and connect jump. Now, do you get how lucky you are? Well, I am an anime protagonist, so I overcame this problem with the power of friendship. Yeah. Let's not talk about this furthermore. I did fulfill my quest, so give me money. Give me my cash. Yeah. Don't call me kiddo. My queen. Oh.
ということで、弊社上白エンタープライズとナイルコープとの間に不正な企業買収があったことが分かっちゃったんです。上の許可を得ずに下の悪い子ちゃんたちが勝手にやった昔々の話ではあるものの
One really strange individual she is.
甚だ遺憾なことであり当然許されるべきことではありません。だから部長に課長に平社員出入りのお弁当屋さんに至るまではっ 育児にほんの少しでも関係していた人たちは
We will look at this speech later on in Hacker's Memory as well. Because both stories run parallel to each other.
みんなやめてもらっちゃいました。
And this is the moment where Kishibe, Rie-san, takes over the control of Kamishira. Total control over Kamishira. Which is good. That means some things are starting to move.
そう
Which will result in good training ground for us.
これからは私が CEO として直接会社を運営していくことにしたんです。
You know, I just recognized that this lady has jiggle physics, and I think she is the only character in the whole game who has jiggle physics around the, you know, area.
今までの組織を丸々っと変えちゃってスピーディーな意思決定でお客様が求める新しいサービスをどんどん生み出していけるようにしていきます。
What a great voice actress.
実は今日早速その第一弾としてとっておきの大プロジェクトを発表しちゃおうかと思ってるんです。それは今や皆様の生活の基盤ともいえる弊社の基幹サービスで今回のアップデートであんなことやこんな詳細はまだ秘密。
She sounds like a developer of Blizzard. She sounds legit like a developer of Blizzard.
でもエデンのアップデートをいち早く体験できる体験会を開催しちゃおうかと思ってるんです。絶対に参加して新生神城の誠意そして新しいエデンの可能性を直接体験してくださいね。
Well, she really does enjoy herself. She really does enjoy herself. Well, now that's that done. We got slammed. But this will wait until the next YouTube episode. Sorry, but we need to cut. Sorry, till tomorrow.